What's up, everybody? I'm Metal Nick.
I'm Jeff Grindstoffer.
I'm Brook Ann.
And welcome to episode number 54 of Vinyl Bang. Jeff, you want to introduce today's guest?
54 episodes, dude. Holy shit. Like, it always just boggles my mind how long we've been doing this. And yeah, 54 episodes is awesome. On our 54th episode, we have special guest Brook Ann, who is an online friend of ours. We met her on Facebook. She is in a couple of the groups that Nick and I are in for like cattle decapitation and so on and so forth, which hopefully, Brooke, you do not talk about any cattle decapitation because we don't condone them at all on this show. So we try to stay as far away from cattle as possible. Yeah, we'll take a second to let Brooke introduce herself and tell us some cool stuff about what she does.
Okay. Well, I book shows, heavy shows for this record store in Van Buren, Arkansas called Iron Horse Records. And I work there sometimes too. Mostly I just book shows and run doors and stuff. And I travel all over the place, going to different shows, and been to Roadburn twice in a row. That was pretty cool. But
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got some records from there too.
Overseas records. That's awesome.
Yeah, the shipping on those are usually like $30 or $40. So like I was like, well, I guess I'll just go over there and get it myself.
That's a good idea.
Oh,
yeah, but booking shows at a record store, man, working at a record store for one is awesome, but to book shows there and have shows at a record store, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That sounds
we got
awesome.
really good sound too, and a great selection of records.
I might have to make a trip down there one of these days. Come check out a show and buy some records.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, let's get started here and see what great records you brought to the table today.
Okay, so first off, I have 24 favorite bands, and Arma is my #1 favorite band. I love them so much. This is my favorite album of all time, but with Blood Mountain. Blood Mountain and this are my two favorite albums ever. And this one I got is the Relapse Clear version that they only made 100 of, and it's not available to the public. Well, I mean, it's on Discogs, but when it first comes out, you gotta get it off Discogs.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it out. I really, really like clear vinyl. Like, these are so pretty.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they are. Yeah. We are a big fan of Relapse Clear here at Vinyl Bang.
Oh, yeah.
We love seeing people's clear records. Dude, that's so cool.
I have all of their Relapse releases on clear except for New Heaven that just came out. I don't have that one yet. I did buy like 4 of them, like different colors and stuff. I'm going to get the clear one eventually, but I have so many of that one already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's an awesome album, by the way. And then, so there's that one.
Right on. So do you consider yourself a completist then, since you said you're buying multiple pressings of an album? You consider yourself a completist, especially for bands that like your favorite band, Arma?
Well, just the pretty ones. Like the ones that I think are really pretty. And there happen to be like 4 of them that were really, really nice. Well, one of them I panic bought, because they're like, oh, we only have 500 of these. And I was like, oh, I got to get it right now. And then I got that one. And then like 10 minutes later, like, oh, there's these ones too. And then I got one of those. And then they're like, oh, there's these ones too. And then I got one of those. And I'm like, no, wait, I got one at a show. I got one at Roadburn. And then I got one when I saw him in St. Louis with Paul Bearer. And I forgot. But yeah, it was a good show.
Nice. Right on. Well, very cool. Yeah, I'm glad you talked about Arma because I know they're a favorite band of yours. That's awesome that you mentioned them.
Yeah, they're really weird. They're great. I like them a lot.
Real quick, they're a great band. They're from Richmond, which is not too far from where I'm at. I've seen them the first time I saw them live. They opened for Gore Guts, and I want to say, I don't remember, 2012 maybe, at a small club called Jack's. And I took photos of them, and their singer is the most photogenic human being, live singer of all time.
Yeah,
great. It will look you right in the lens and flick you off, and just dude's great. and he's also now the vocalist of Artificial Brain.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I went up to North Carolina for a music festival that Artificial Brain and Inner Armor were playing at, and Artificial Brain was setting up, and I saw Mike up there on stage, and I just thought he was helping them set up, and I was like, oh, well, that's really nice of him. And then he started singing, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I don't know how I didn't know that. I was really surprised. It was pretty cool. He's doing a really good job, too. I got to see him with Artificial Brain again at Subterranean Dissonance Fest last year in Philly. That was a really cool festival. And
Right on.
Artificial Brain has a hoodie out right now. I really want to get that, but I have like 30 hoodies. I need to sell some first. But I'm going to get it.
That's a problem I think we all face. You know, I mean, too many records is one thing, but too many hoodies is like, oh, I got to clean out the inventory before I get more.
Yeah, I wear all of them, but I got to get rid of some before I get any more.
Yeah. All right.
And then
So,
I have this one. It's Yautja, Dead Soil. Caroline Harrison did the artwork on this, and all of her stuff that she does, like album art and stuff, is so cool. This one is etched. It's got a really cool etching on it. You can see it.
Oh yeah.
oh wow,
The
yeah, that's
cover.
awesome.
And TJ Childers, the drummer for Inner Arma, is a guest on here for my favorite Yautja song, which is Faith Resigned. It says guest Dill Bell on track 6 by TJ Childers. I don't know what is a dill bell. I don't know if that's a real word. I've never heard of that.
Is there a bell on that song?
DILBELL. I don't know what that is. I probably could have Googled it, actually.
I will leave it up to speculation. Hopefully, we'll get some YouTube comments as to what exactly a dill bell is.
I really like Yautja a lot. Their last album they put out, The Lurch, it sounds like if Remission era Mastodon did a grindcore album. It's like grindcore, hardcore. It's really, really good. And this album's really good too.
Huh. I've heard the name kicked around, Yautja, but I've never taken the initiative to check them out. But Mastodon era or grindcore, yeah, that sounds fun.
Specifically Remission. It sounds Remission-y to me. And their drummer is also in Dow and Narwhal, which are both really good bands. I think y'all probably know who Dow is, but most people do.
Yeah. A while back we had Champ Morgan on the show, and Champ's a big Thou fan. I'm sure he was shoving it down our throats how great they are, and you know that.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Awesome, right on.
Yeah. I got this. Melancholia is the band name. They're from Bellingham, Washington, and they've never played outside of Washington, which is really a shame because they're extremely good. They're I have some notes, but I can't read my handwriting. Bleak, dissonant, crushing sludge, and their merch is super cool, along with all their artwork and stuff. So check this out. It's like screen printed on there.
Oh wow, well that's awesome looking.
Yeah, I love that. But
So, so that's just like an EP, just like a one-sided thing, or?
I think it's an EP. It's either an EP or a really short album. But they made 200 of these, and as of about 3 hours ago, I looked at Bandcamp, and they have 13 left. You can get them off Bandcamp or Brutal Panda Records. But yeah. Getting to see him was really cool. I went up to Seattle to see Mamaleek and Have a Nice Life, and they just so happened to be playing a show while I was up there, and I was pretty thrilled about that because I didn't think I'd ever get to see them, or I would have to make a special trip to see them. I'm hoping they get really famous and will tour. That would be great.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The underground bands, being able to say that you heard them first or whatever before they blow up and everybody's like, they're selling their shirts at Walmart and shit. That's awesome.
They're really popular where they're from. That was a crowded basement. It was really cool. Two-man band, very, very, very good live. And I got the set list too. It's one of my prized possessions.
That's cool. That's an awesome story to have the handmade set list, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. And another one. I got a huge stack here. And then another one of my favorite albums of all time is Torture's Neanderthal. And like the packaging on this is so cool. Like opens up. The CD does this too, but it's this big thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow, that is awesome.
Quite a layout.
Turner from ISIS did the artwork for this, which I thought was really cool. It's super fancy. It's a shame they're not a band anymore. That really sucks. Like every album they put out has just been like fucking perfect. This one's my favorite though.
Right on, right on.
I went to last time I saw them. I knew it was going to be their last shows because they announced that. I went all the way to Dallas and back, pretty much just to see them. And Meshuggah was there too, and that was pretty cool. Actually, I don't care that much about Meshuggah, but seeing them live was awesome. And when Torch was playing, there was stuff falling off the ceiling. They were so loud. Like somebody had confetti or something the show before, and it was so loud that there was confetti from somebody else's show coming down. I thought that was cool.
That's incredible.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
They played for 35 minutes. I'm hoping they do like a one-off goodbye show, or maybe they'll do what Kylissa's doing right now, where they disappear for like 10 years and come back. That would be cool.
That's right. That's right. Kylissa is coming back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see him in Toronto at Prepare the Ground Fest in May, which I'm very excited about. They haven't finished doing. They're finishing the announcement for the who all is playing tomorrow. I'm excited to see. I hope Conan plays. I bet you they will. That would be great.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
This one is pretty new. Another Caroline Harrison cover art. Like, that is like such a good painting. It looks really realistic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it does.
This might be upside down. It is upside down. Oops. But yeah, that's how you're supposed to look at it. Pyon from New York. I think that's where they're from. And they made 100 of these. I missed out when they first sold it. We're selling it like it was a surprise announcement. And I was like, wow, that's a beautiful vinyl. I really want to get that, but I don't really have the money right now. And then I watched as it sold out. Like it sold out in like 10 minutes. I was disappointed. But then like 2 weeks later, they put out some more and I got one. And this thing is gorgeous. It looks best in the sunlight. Like light's kind of crappy in here.
Oh, neat.
But,
yeah, I forget what they call that, but that's a certain kind of pressing, and that does look awesome. I mean, I've got a couple like that, or have seen a couple like that, and yeah, that looks much better in person.
Yeah, and the sunlight is fantastic.
What was the name of the band?
I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but Pyon is spelled Pyrrhon.
Oh, Pyrrhon.
They toured with Imperial Triumphant a couple of years ago, and I was going to go to one of their shows in Oklahoma City, and then apparently the toilet exploded or something, and they had to cancel the show. Really disappointed.
We've seen them, Nick.
Yes, absolutely. But Carolina Harrison, that's oh man, is that? It's not the drummer from. I think it's somebody else.
I was thinking of Carolina Harrison too. Like that name, she sounds familiar. Like she's a member of what?
She's done a lot of Inner Armor shirts, and she does a lot of shirt artwork and stuff too. I'm trying to remember what other bands she did covers for. Well, everything I've seen her do has been really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Pyon, Steven, the drummer for Pyon. I've done sick drummer videos for him throughout the years.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I haven't seen them in goddamn. I haven't seen them in a long time.
I want to see that band really bad. It's just like spazzy, gross, and there's 2 songs on there that sound like Mastodon trying to cover cattle decapitation. It's pretty interesting stuff. Like that's a really good album. That was one of my albums of the year for last year. Like that just came out. All right.
Very intriguing. Or Lamb of God trying to cover cattle decapitation. That's
Mastodon trying to cover. It's like spacey and also like super heavy. And the vocals are similar to Travis Ryan's like goblin-like vocals sometimes, which is really cool. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, he's all right.
Okay, now there's another one. They made 300 of these, I think. It's a Conan, Evidence of Immortality, and the whole thing is just so cool. Like, I really like this. I got a poster with that artwork on it too. Tony Roberts, everything he does. That's another really good album artist. That guy, he does all of the Conan stuff, and they always have like the best merch and the best album cover. So this one glows in the dark, and one of them is etched, but you can't see it on. I could try. Yeah, you can't really see it. It's got a cool etching on it, but just have to take my word for it. But yeah, this going in the dark, like really bright. It's pretty cool.
It's glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah, you don't see those very often.
Yeah, no, I was so excited to get this. And then they've got a new album coming out again, and the pre-order for that is in like 2 weeks, I think. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the album art's going to look like, because they just always go hard on it, and it's awesome.
Hell yeah, very cool. Conan, they released an album several years ago, 10, 12, 15 years ago. Kenny Snarzik, actually the vocalist for Fister, he used to have a label based out of St. Louis called Pitchfork Anticulture, and they released this album on cassette. Like it was, I don't remember if it was just released on cassette through Pitchfork or what it was, but yeah, I checked out the band, supporting Kenny's project, supporting Kenny's label. I bought a copy of the album. I never heard the band before, but I bought a copy of that just to support Kenny's, label, and they're rad. They are absolutely a rad band. I haven't followed up with them since. I have not kept up with Conan since, but I would like to. I think I'm going to check out that album.
They
for you.
They just got a new bassist, and I'm pretty sure it's the bassist from Fudge Tunnel. I'm not familiar with them, but my boyfriend is, and he's like, "Oh, that is so cool." So I take his word.
They're a great live band. There's a little brewery in DC that puts on shows every now and then, and mostly like grindcore and whatnot, and it just bounces off all the fillers in there, and it doesn't sound good. But I've seen Conan there one time, and they sounded fucking incredible. It was just so fucking solid, and great live band, great fucking live band. Seen him a couple times at Death Fest.
Only got to see him once so far, but I'm looking forward to seeing him again. I got the set list then too, and got it signed, which is pretty cool.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
It's the hair. Like I think that the stagehands or whoever's up there, they just give it to the first person they see, and it's like my big hair. They're like, oh. If I ever dye my hair, I'll probably never get a set list again. I got a lot of
this too. Oh no, the chick with the bright red hair. Here, take this.
Okay. No. This is Panopticon's Kentucky. It is black metal and bluegrass mixed together, which is really, really, really good. I love this album so much. I got to see them play this album in full in Kentucky. That was a great trip. That was a nice venue. I can't remember what it was called anymore, but there was a crashed plane behind the parking lot that somebody spray painted all over. I thought that was neat. And then the vinyl that comes with this is really pretty too. This sold out pretty fast also. I wanted to get another one at the show, but waited too late, and they were all bought up there too. But it's got a nice shades of green on it and blue.
Hell yeah.
Like, I prefer CDs, but if there's a really pretty vinyl, I will like to get the vinyl. Plus, like, the artwork is bigger and cooler to look at. Like, the logo on there is all shiny and stuff. I like that a lot. You don't see that on CDs very much.
Right. Yeah, with vinyl, like the very first album that I ever owned, the album on vinyl that I ever owned was Karma Bloody Karma, and the layout for that and just everything. Once I saw it and opened it up and just saw the artwork, and it was just like, I have to keep collecting records. This is so awesome. Like, you know, it just way better experience for me anyway. But yeah, very very addictive.
Yeah, for real. I got a record player from a friend's yard sale, and it's a pretty good one for like $20. I'm excited to have that. And I like listen to it. Plus, also, whenever I do a shift at the record store, they got record players and stuff for sale, and they'll let you play records on there. And I'll bring my records while I'm working and just like go through them on the really good sound system. So that's a lot of fun.
That's the best. That's the best. That would be why I would want to work at a record store, so I can bring in my records and put them on a high quality sound system.
Speaking of playing records at the record store, when I played this one, Mamaleek's Come and See, somebody walked in and said, "This music is fucking annoying. They need to change it," and then left. And I thought that was really funny. But this is a really weird band. It's like super goofy Tom Waits-esque vocals. It's like jazz and black metal at the same time, sort of. And like it'll have these little spots of just this beautiful stuff, just ethereal, gorgeous music in between all the screeching and weird noises. But this was a special Flinser edition. You could only get it if you were in the Flinser fan club thing. I can't remember what it was called, but I was a little late to the party on this and just managed to find one on Discogs for a decent price. I really like these colors a whole lot. The oranges and the reds and stuff. But I like that band a lot. A lot of the people I show Mamaleek to are like, "Why are you doing this to me? Are you trying to make me angry?"
Never heard of this band. Never heard of Mamaleek, but
I might be pronouncing it wrong. They toured with Chat Pile recently, and the singer for Chat Pile was calling him Mamaleek, so that's probably how you actually pronounce it. But
we'll let it slide this time.
Okay.
We'll let it slide this time. It just if we have you back on the show again, we better have it straight this next time, Brooke. All right. Looking up their profile on Spotify, they are compared to Sumac and Couch Slut. So I'm going to check out Mamaleek. I'm excited to hear this band.
Yeah, I was introduced to them through Roadburn. The I can't pronounce the guy's name. The roaming in the night pale swordsman guy. He was like a meme. Keck Eric or whatever was supposed to play, and I was excited about that. But then he had to cancel, and they're like, "Oh, we're replacing him with Mamaleek," and everyone was really excited. And then I listened to it, and I was like, "This band is fucking perfect for me personally. It is so weird, but also so good." And like that was an excellent experience getting to see them there. When they played Roadburn, and I got to see them there, that was I think their third live show, either third or fourth. I heard that secondhand. I don't know for sure, but they haven't done a lot of live shows. I think they've been around since like 2009. One of their albums is a trip hop album. I didn't really know what that was, but that's what people say. I guess I take their word for it. But all their stuff is really interesting. You really never know what they're going to do. When their new album was coming out, I was kind of nervous to get the pre-order because I was like, man, I don't know what they're going to do. But I went ahead and did it anyways and was not disappointed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. And I mean, diversity in a band is awesome. You know, the way they're not doing the same thing over and over and over and just, yeah.
All of them's weird as hell, though.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to it, let me know what you think.
Absolutely.
I think the last like 3 minutes of Cabrini Green is some of the most beautiful shit I ever heard in my life. They have a really, really good bassist too. But all right. And
Awesome.
speaking of Roadburn, another NRM album. I got this last year. Black Ice with Glitter edition, limited to 200. This is the first glittery vinyl I have ever seen, and I am very impressed with it. I got the new Blood Incantation on glitter too, which is also really nice, but it's like not as pretty as this one. You can see it.
Yeah.
But people say the glittery ones sound like shit. I have 4 different versions of this, and they all sound really good. Like I don't really notice the difference. But so the first year I went to Roadburn was 2023. I was just going with my friends for fun, and that was really cool. And then they were like, "Are you going to go next year?" And I said, "Well, I'll go next year if Inner Arma plays." I didn't think they were actually going to play, and then it got announced that they were playing, and I was like, "Oh shit, I have to go to that." And because they're going to play their new album, like this was before this was released, they're going to play their new album in full, and I really, really wanted to see that. And I sold my prized Monster High doll to get the plane tickets. I had this. You remember the Gremlins movie where the one drinks a potion and turns into a girl? They have their name was Fred the Gremlin, and I got the Monster High doll for that, and it was so cool. I paid like $70 for it, and then I didn't ever open it because it was expensive, and then I found out it was worth $450, and I was like, well, I'm going to sell that and get plane tickets to Europe. And I put it up for sale on a Facebook group, and it was gone in 15 minutes for $400. I missed that doll, but it's a doll, so $400 is a little bit better, I think.
That was
Oh
awesome.
yeah, I mean, especially if you got your plane tickets to go to Roadburn, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a fantastic trip. Inner Arma played 3 times. Like I got to see my very favorite band 3 times in 3 days. They did an all Neil Young cover set, and then they did a set of oldies, and that was the first time I got to hear Summer Drones live, which is such a good song, and like hearing it live is great. Like they have all these like different noises and stuff going on at the same time, and it depends on where you listen to it, on what exactly you're going to hear, like headphones, car, live, all that, record. A lot of their albums are like that. It just depends on what you're listening to it on what you can hear. Also, my hearing's really shitty. That could have something to do with it too. So, I didn't start wearing earplugs till probably like 4 years ago. But I'm doing it now. So these next several I like a lot because they look like they would be good to eat. They're tasty looking. So here's something a little different from what I've been shown. The Donkey Kong Country 1 soundtrack.
What?
And, have y'all played Donkey Kong on Super Nintendo?
Of course.
Oh my god, the Donkey Kong cut. Yes, dude, that's awesome.
Fucking awesome soundtrack. I really like video game soundtracks too, especially like old stuff on Super Nintendo and things like that. This is one of my favorite soundtracks. Earthbound has really good music too, as well as Earthworm Jim and Zombies Ate My Neighbors. But that one just looks extra tasty to me. Yellow. I wanted to show off the Earthworm Jim one, but we cannot find it. I mean, it's around somewhere. There's stuff scattered everywhere in my house. But it's around. I think the other one's a different color too. I don't know. They're both yellow. Yeah, top-notch soundtrack. I really like the cover to this. It's great.
It looks very Andy Warhol like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like I saw the cover and I just kind of looked away for a second. I was like, yeah, that's another Andy Warhol ripoff thing. But then you said Donkey Kong Country. I'm like, oh my god, on vinyl no less. That's sick.
We've got 2 and 3 on vinyl too, but I don't like those as much. They're a lot harder. I like baby games. Well, I mean, Donkey Kong Country gets difficult towards the last 2 like islands you go on. Like the industrial levels are a pain in the ass. I just beat it again recently, and it's. I'm trying this new thing now that I'm like older. I'm going through and playing Super Nintendo games on CBD, which puts it in like almost like a different difficulty level, and it's much harder on CBD. But I got it beat.
I'm late to the video game soundtrack thing. I didn't know about that till a couple years ago, but Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 are big video game soundtracks that I was a big fan of. Those were NES.
Oh, my boyfriend has those on vinyl too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I've seen them out there. But yeah, I was missed out on all that. But yeah, it's awesome.
Never actually played those ones, but like I've watched people play them before, which counts, I guess. All right.
It totally does. Yeah, I've dabbled in Mega Man here and there, but I don't think I have any video game soundtracks. I mean, I think I got the one for Quake just because it's actually like a 9 Inch Nails album. You know,
Oh, that's cool.
Trent Reznor did a score for the game Quake, but I've always wanted GoldenEye, and I've seen it multiple times on Enjoy the Ride Records. I've just never pulled the trigger and bought a copy of it, but I would love to have GoldenEye on vinyl.
There is a game called Spider-Man Maximum Carnage for Super Nintendo. It's in a red cartridge, and Green Jello did the soundtrack for that, and it's really good. That's also another one of my favorite soundtracks. I need to get that one.
Huh.
All right. This one is Moynocq. It's a black metal band from North Carolina. And North Carolina has a lot of really good black metal, by the way, and barbecue. I went to this music festival in North Carolina. I think I mentioned that already. See Arma, and Moynocq was there. I think it's the drummer from Moynocq is the one that like sets it up and stuff. But anyways, he had his band play, and I was just blown away by how good these guys are. Their singer sounds like a guy turning into a werewolf, like a scary wolf man kind of thing. I'm a big fan of the vocals. It's just the band in general is just fantastic. And then that just looks like candy to me.
Oh, it's like purple. Yeah, it's like a marbled purple almost. Yeah.
Yeah. I got this when I saw them last. They played in Kansas at it was like a pinball bar, which was really cool. I was excited to see them again. Like I didn't expect them to tour over this way. That's the closest they've gotten to Arkansas, and I was pretty happy about that. I like going to Kansas sometimes.
The band name again. Who is this?
Moynocq, Moynoq. There's an apostrophe in there. I always get Mo'Ynoq.
Huh. Never heard of them.
Yeah, they haven't. I don't think they've been around a whole lot. And their drummer has another band called Valletta. That's also really good. It's like sludgy rock and roll sort of. Their album they just put out. I think they put out a new album last year. Yeah, it was really good. Oh, and here's another. This is one of my favorite things that has come out in a long time. Spanafaxath, Hive Mind Narcosis. Freaking obsessed with this thing. Like, I can't get over how good this is. Like, the last time I was like extremely stoked about a new album was Death Atlas. I've heard a lot of stuff that I really like, but this is just like a fucking 20 out of 10. It's incredible. And it's they're one of my favorite live bands ever. They're my top 3 favorite bands to see live. That would be Spanafaxath, Mogwai, and King Parrot. The little thing that it comes with is cool too. And I got the CD also, and it didn't have this in it, but I could listen to it in my car. It's been in my car since it came out, and it came out in I think it was 2023, but it has not left my car. I need to get another one because I accidentally sat on it. It still plays though. But anyway, I did not sit on this one. But yeah, this is another one that looks very nice in a food way, which I'm fond of. But I ordered this from Dark Descent. I think they made 100 of them. But Dark Descent packages their records so good. Like, I could have grabbed the package and punted it like a football under the roof and it would have been fine. Like, I was really impressed with the packaging on that. Like, Nessie Media, I think, is the #1 best record label I've seen as far as, like, how they pack stuff to not get damaged and stuff. But, yeah, Dark Descent does a really, really good job. Great label. Okay.
Oh yeah, Dark Descent.
Yeah, I like them a lot. Oh boy. All right, and this is a collaboration. Half of it is Black Moth Super Rainbow, which is one of my favorite bands ever. Also a very, very good live band. And the Octopus Project. I am really not familiar with Octopus Project very much. What they have on here is really good though. And this is number 129 out of 333. But the artwork on here, I just like that a lot. I think it's great.
That is awesome.
The vinyl itself's pretty cool looking too. So here. Yeah, I like that subtle blue on there. Better in person. Wow, there's a lot of dog hair on this. I don't know how I did that. I don't let them play my records, but it happens anyways.
I am completely unfamiliar with both of these bands. This is why I love having guests on the show, because I get to hear about shit that I've never, completely oblivious to. But I am beyond intrigued.
It's really, I don't know how you would really describe it. It's like electronic music. The guy uses a vocoder, but like not in an annoying way. I usually hate vocoders, but this is really good stuff. There's also a band called Tobacco, and it's pretty much Black Moth Super Rainbow and Tobacco are pretty much the exact same band, except for Tobacco is a little more sinister sounding, and they have a bassist, or one of them has a bassist and one of them doesn't. But when I got to see Tobacco for the first time ever, I was really surprised by how buff the dude was. Like, using a vocoder and stuff, he kind of sounds like a girl, and I just was not expecting like this big muscle guy. So that was interesting. And then when I saw Black Moth Super Rainbow, they had 2 projectors. There's a projector in the back behind them, and then there's a projector around the stage, and that was one of the coolest stage shows I have ever seen. They are on hiatus. They have a new album coming out. They're releasing new songs here and there, but I don't know when the whole album comes out. I hope they'll tour again. That would be really nice to see them again.
Black Moth Super Rainbow.
Yeah.
What
Everyone that shows them to has liked them. Do what?
What will they think of next? That sounds like a fun band.
Yeah, it's pretty chill. Let's see. All right. And then you might know who this is. Gravehopper. They're from Joplin. I like these guys a lot. It's like some dirty, stinky punk/metal. And I've gotten to see these guys probably like 20 times. It never gets old. Great dudes, great band. They played at the record store not too long ago. And I got this. That one looks like a good dessert. It's way cooler in the sunlight. You can't really see it on the phone, but it's got some neat patterns and stuff in it when the light shines on it just right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come around here a lot.
I've heard of Gravehopper. I don't think I've ever listened to them. I've never seen them. I mean, I know I didn't know they were from Joplin.
Yeah, they're from like 2 hours away. I'm pretty sure it's Joplin though, like in Missouri. They don't live too far away. And then their drummer has another really cool band called Power Tool Ninja. that is from Arkansas that I like them a bunch. We got a lot of really good local and regional bands around here, which makes me excited to be here. Like, it's not a whole lot to do where I'm at because I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere, but I only got to drive like an hour to see some really good bands. Our locals are fantastic. And then Pallbearers from here, and everybody seems to like them a whole lot. So that's cool too.
Where the last time I saw you in person, the last time we hung out was at the Beck show, and you're an hour south of Bentonville, right?
Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot about that. What show was that again? It was at the Amp.
It was at the Walmart amphitheater.
Who was that again? I forget.
It was Beck and I don't remember who the other bands were. Like, you were enthusiastic about the opening bands. I don't remember who they were, but the reason for
Viagra Boys.
Yeah, it wasn't Viagra Boys. It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were great.
Yeah, because you were telling me I should go like an hour south to check out the record store, and I, didn't for whatever reason. Oh, it's because the next day I drove to Nashville to see Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah, that's a long drive. I recently went to Nashville like 2 months ago to see Mamaleek again, and also Chat Pile and Third Face. That was a really, really good show. The venue was super cool. It was called The End. That's one of the coolest venues I've been to. They had a shitload of lava lamps in there going. I love lava lamps. There was a lot of them. PBR was like $3. I was having a good time. Right on.
Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to derail your story. I just, whenever you said you were an hour, talk about geographical where everybody is or whatever. I was trying to think like, yeah, you were, Anyway, sorry.
I have ADHD, so I derail myself. So that's fine. All right. So another Mamaleek one again. I like these guys a lot. I think I've already said that like 50 times. Anyways, this album art is so cool. And I don't know much about pressing other than it's cool looking and sounds good. Yeah, nobody knows who they are, which I think is pretty cool. They're really good at hiding, like, nobody knows who they are. But I like this picture. And here is this. This one's more on the jazz side than Come and See is. But I like this a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like those colors. And it looks, that's another one of the food ones. I think this was, yeah, that's the last food one. I don't ever chew on them, by the way. It's tempting, but I don't do it.
I was gonna say, I was gonna put up that disclaimer and say, if anybody at home is watching this, we do not condone eating records on vinyl things. So
if somebody give me a free one, I might chew it up a little bit, but only if I already had one that I could play. But okay. And then this Chat Pile one is gorgeous. I think that there was 100 of these. It's from Newberry Comics. I'd never heard of them. Oh no, there's 250. It's not a lot still. It said so right there. Okay. Anyways, this one is so pretty.
Oh, that is rad.
Yeah. I like this album a lot, but I gotta really be in the mood for it because it's so fucking depressing. Holy shit. Like, the lyrics are just sad. I like the music a lot. And then the new one they just had come out, I like that one better than this one. It's fucking awesome. I just don't read the lyrics. Like with Couch Slut that you were just talking about, their lyrics are just sad. Good stuff though. I got a Couch Slut line from Roadburn 2 that was pretty cool. It's around here somewhere.
Yeah, I dig that band a lot. I love Couch Slut. They're so good.
Yeah, they're awesome. I like that.
Blake Harris took me to see them a couple years ago in DC, and I got a good photo of the singer of Couch Slut and Blake together, and she's
nice.
Like smashing herself with that microphone. It's just she was like bleeding from the lip, and they got great photo of them like together and at that brewery actually.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, they're awesome live band. I got to see them at Roadburn too. I think I said that already, but it was really cool. They had the bassist for Imperial Triumphant up there with them during that show doing keyboards, which I thought was pretty cool. So he was just there. All right. Then take this off. Got this Kai Lesser reissue. Very limited pressing. It says, I can't remember how many it was, but it is so pretty. And it's got the head artwork on it. Like, this is great.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Shit. I don't know what's on it. And then the vinyl itself is, it smells really good too. That's another thing about vinyl is they smell really good. Most of them. Yeah, I really like the colors on this one.
Hell yeah.
I'm so excited to see them again. I seen them once in 2015 in Oklahoma City, and that was it. And I didn't think I'd get to see them again, and now I do, and that's really cool. I'm gonna get a shirt. Oh, okay. And then here's another band that played at the record store, Dustlord, Party Doom from Tulsa. A great band, a lot of fun live. I have a set list in here, but it turns out it was Mudlung's set list and not Dustlord's set list. But I'm going to keep it in there anyways because it was at the same show. But this album like just came out. The artwork is super cool. And got this when they played at the store. I'm really impressed with this pressing. It's gorgeous. It looks like really gross water that I wasn't allowed to swim in when I was little. There wasn't as much blue, but like my dad, I remember being really upset when I was little because my dad wouldn't let me swim in ponds, and the like water would be like green, like that shade of green, and I would be so mad. But I'm glad he didn't let me swim in the pond, I guess. But yeah, really good album, and great band. It's always cool to see them. I think I've seen them like 3 times so far.
Okay, now, you describe them as Party Doom. Is that
Yeah.
right?
It's like Doom, but like real fun and sort of upbeat, I guess. That's how they describe themselves too. I think that's a pretty apt description.
That's definitely fun. Like, you know, it's usually one or the other. It's usually either Party or Doom. You know, usually don't get the two. So
They've mixed them up.
Right.
Okay. I have a couple more, but I'm just gonna do like, let's see, 3 more because I'm running out of time. Let's see. Yeah, another Arma one. I'm gonna stop doing that. Okay. I'm really sad that more people in the U.S. don't know who this is. Corrupt Moral Altar. It's like a grindcore band that the guy with the long hair in Napalm Death. It's his band, other band, and they're fucking fantastic. I ordered this from Europe a long time ago. This one is also covered in hair. I will have to clean it at some point. But I think the artwork is cool and the colors as well. But I got a shirt too. I don't know anybody else who knows who this is. Disappointing. They're awesome.
I've never heard of them. I am definitely going to check them out now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read about them in Decibel, and whoever they were interviewing was really funny. And I was like, I'm going to listen to this band just because I like this guy. And I was not disappointed at all. I really like the song "You Smell Expensive." The video is really cool for it too. Buildings blowing up, but like reversed. Pretty neat. I like it a lot. I wish they'd come to the States. If they ever played at Maryland Death Fest, like that alone, that would finally get me over there. So I have a special one that I ordered from a Kickstarter in 2020, and it's sealed. And I have never seen what the vinyl actually looks like. The Presidents of the United States of America, and it's signed. Are y'all familiar?
Oh wow!
This is like one of my favorite albums ever. This album is perfect. Like every song on it is just a 10 out of 10. Just great. I don't know. Are y'all familiar with them?
Yes,
Like a-
absolutely. Yes, I own that on vinyl. I remember hearing it back in the 90s and just, yes.
Shout out to Weird Al Yankovic.
yeah, I like his version too. See if I can get it open with my nail. I don't know what this looks like. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah,
I like
do
how
know.
they signed it and then sealed it.
That is cool. That's definitely a unique approach to that.
This album brings me back to 1995 when I was a freshman in high school for sure.
Yes.
I'm excited to see what's in here because I have no idea. Well, I mean, there's a record in there, but like, I don't know what it looks like. Cool. It also came with a shirt and a pin. I'm scared to wear the pin because, like, if it fell off, I would be very upset.
Mhm.
So I just like take it out and look at it and sigh every once in a while and put it back. Oh goodness. Oh, it's like
nice.
all different colors. Cool.
Let's say that looks something I would chew on. That looks like a stick of minty gum.
Yeah.
that looks like a. That's awesome.
No
And
dog
open for the first time on vinyl bag. That's awesome.
Yeah. Can't wait to get dog hair all over it. That'll be so much fun. I don't know how that keeps happening.
Dude, yeah, that's absolutely an album for my teenage years. Absolutely, that's a great album.
Yeah, I've got like 3 copies on CD in various stages of disrepair because like, they've been listened to so much and sat on. I'm not doing that on purpose. Right. Okay, I got one more. I got 2 minutes. I got this.
Ooh.
Oh, the Death Atlas box set. Very
Yeah.
nice.
I'm so happy to have this. But yeah, y'all probably already know what's in it. It's got this like really cool picture disc, like shaped,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like the Goroboros, I think is what they call it. And
Yeah, now that has bonus tracks on it. The cannot think of the name of the song. In the Valley of the Blind. Cannot remember it's a God damn it, I should just shut up.
an extreme indifference to human life, and in the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed are kings. That's a lot of words.
That's
So,
it. That's it.
I
Yes.
can't remember that either.
Travis Rinder with these long, out of breath song titles.
Right.
That
Yeah, the
guy.
bottom's pretty cool looking too. The
Yeah.
first time I saw them when they were touring with Artificial Brain, they were playing at like double speed, and it was so cool. Or that's what it sounded like. But I really enjoyed that a lot. And I really want to hear them play Right Beneath the Rind at some point. I've seen them 6 times and they have not played Right Beneath the Rind yet. I think they will eventually. I'll just keep going until they do.
That is also very high up on my list. I've been seeing them for God knows how long. They played that. I think I've talked about this recently, where they played the Right Beneath the Rind on the Soulfly tour right after the Harvest Lord came out, and they haven't done it since. And it pisses me off. And I've talked to Josh, I've talked to Travis, because I know, of course I know them, but I've asked them, so why would you play the Right Beneath the Rind again? And they're like, well, Josh does this toggle thing right there. And it's just like, I want to hear that so bad live, and I probably never will. So maybe if you and I are at a cattle decapitation show, we can team up on them and back them in a corner and say, play it anyway. That's awesome that you were wanting to hear that song.
Yeah, it's probably hard to play too. It sounds like it would be.
I'm sure it is.
Most of this stuff sounds hard to play, actually. I can't play anything. That's one of my favorite bands also. I'm really happy to have that box set. Do you know how many of them that they made? I forget.
I really don't. I don't know what the availability of it was. I'm sure it was low, whatever it was.
I remember,
I've got lines up there, but
I remember the job that I work at currently. I was going to interview for it, and the day before pre-orders were supposed to come out, those and a couple other pressings went up on some European site. And I messaged Jeff and I messaged Travis, and all Jeff said was, "Don't message Travis. It's too early in the morning." And then right as I was about to get a text from him, like, "God damn it!" but I mean, like, I think everybody bought what they could, and then the next day, all the indie merch stuff with that giant like Death Atlas map, which I missed out on, but like so much cool stuff came from that.
How would you frame that? I saw those. Some people have gotten them framed. Like I think it cost them like $300 or something.
It's expensive. I've put it on my list of frames to like if I ever go to like a thrift store or an antique mall or something. It's like I forget what the exact dimensions are, but it's like 46 by 64 or some shit. Yeah, to find a frame for that thing. Hold on, I've got it right here.
I would
42 by 64. 42 by 64 frame. Like, if I ever find one, I'm buying it just so I can finally hang this fucking map that I've had forever.
I got a Scumdogs of the Universe poster that's about that size, and I was like, I'm just going to pin it to the wall. I'm not ever going to sell this. So it's just pinned up.
Pinned up to the wall.
Cool. Yeah.
A buddy of ours, Scott McKenzie, he had his custom framed. Like, he went out and, like, I don't remember what exactly he did, but he put like something cattle decapitation related in the two corners. There were like pins or something in the plexiglass. I believe he had it framed in, but I'm sure he paid a pretty penny to have that custom frame done.
I saw. So I think I'm thinking of the same person you are. When I saw that in one of the groups, I can't remember which group it was.
Mm-hmm.
Both those groups are cool.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Hey, thank you very much, Brooke, for taking the time to be on our show this week. And we were really impressed with a lot of these records. That Donkey Kong Country one really caught my eye. Jeff?
No, real quick, because I looked up that Black Moth Super Rainbow. I tried to find that split, and it's not on Spotify. So since they're one of your favorite bands, and I want this to be in the episode. Recommend me an album.
Dandelion Gum. That was my first one. Dandelion Gum. Really, really good.
Got it right here.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to hear this band. Awesome. Brooke, thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Hey, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, this was a fun one for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And so many new bands. We are way underground now. Thanks to you. We are way in the underground, and we're getting the inside scoop on shit that, a lot of people don't know about, and Mamaleek and the Dandelion Gum album and all this. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm really curious to hear your opinion on Mamaleek. A lot of people are like, why have you done this? But I like it a lot. I love trapping people in the car with me. And it's like, well, I had to be the DD, so I'm picking the music. And then they learn their lesson.
I think Greg Weeks from Redcore told us he recommended an artist that it was like, if you're having a party, you want people to leave, put this record on. So that's I love hearing about like that.
And they will.
Brain Tentacles works for that too.
What does?
Oh, they're awesome.
Brain Tentacles. I fucking love that band.
I love Brain Tentacles.
Say they're awesome. Yeah.
Everyone I know hates them, but I love that band.
Dave Whitty. Shout out Dave Whitty.
Shout out to Dave Whitty. Fucking love Dave.
Awesome. That was a good episode he did. He got out that Norna album, and I got pissed myself. I was like, oh my God, somebody else knows who Norna is that's not in Europe. Well, I'm assuming he's not in Europe. He's in Richmond, I guess. I don't know. But it was really cool. He had a Norna album. I have that same one. Great band.
That's awesome. I mean, it's Dave Whitty. He knows everything. His finger is right there on the pulse of the metal community. It's right there. He knows.
He didn't break it out, but before the episode started, he had the original Soylent Green demo cassette. I asked him to break out, and he showed me that. So that was
nice.
That was really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've known about him owning that for a while, so he's got a lot of cool shit. So
I don't have anything that fancy yet, but maybe like 20 years from now, some of this will be pretty fancy. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, you have some fancy stuff for sure. Don't sell yourself short. You have fancy stuff, absolutely.
Thanks.
Well, all right. Thank you, everybody, for watching this week, and we will catch you all next week.
Yep. All right. See you guys.
The final bang,